Are your customers overdue for some R&R? No, I'm not talking about a vacation, although I'm sure we all could use one. I'm talking about the remove and replace strategy. In this video, we're going to look at why taking a remove and replace approach to vehicle maintenance can save your customers a lot of money and headaches and prevent some comebacks. Too often, a single part gets replaced, but other components that work with that part in the system are not. If these parts are worn or past their service life recommendation, it can put additional strain on the new part, potentially leading to premature failure of the new part and other problems in the system, and a customer comeback. The accessory belt drive system is a perfect example. Most late model vehicles use a serpentine belt to run the accessories, but the belt isn't operating by itself. The belt, crankshaft, tensioners, idler, and pulleys work together to provide the drive for systems such as the power steering, alternator, air conditioning, and sometimes the cooling system via the water pump. In order to properly function, these components all need to work as a cohesive system, and they need to be serviced as a system. All too often, an older broken serpentine belt will be replaced with a new one, but the automatic tensioner isn't inspected to make sure it's still working properly and in good condition. So why is this important? Well, the automatic tensioner has 3 components built into it that wear over time. If not caught early, any issues with these components will create failure for any new belt installed, as well as the system in general. First, there's spring tension. The tensioner is the balancing point for the belt system, and its job is to maintain the proper tension under any load for all the accessories. But over time, and depending on the vehicle's duty cycle, the spring's tension will decrease and may allow the belt to slip under load. Belt squeal is a good indication of this. The second is the tensioner's damper. The purpose of the damper is to minimize the engine's torsional vibration that's transmitted through the belt as each cylinder fires. The damper acts just like a brake pad in a brake drum. When that wears, the arm will begin to bounce, or what's called hammering. This hammering effect can create premature failure of any accessory that's next to it, or possibly lead to an alternator failure if the alternator has a decoupler pulley installed, and that's not a good thing. Third, the tensioner has a nylon internal bushing that, as it wears, allows the tensioner arm to move toward the engine, creating belt misalignment. Belt noise or squeal, belt side wear, a couple of belt ribs worn on just one side of the belt, or a tensioner arm that's bouncing as the system is running are all clues that your customer needs to replace more than just the belt. Here's the bottom line. Belts, tensioners, and pulleys all work together, and they all wear at about the same rate. The best way to ensure a properly functioning accessory belt drive system is to replace all parts of the system at the same time, since they're designed to have the same lifespan. A good rule of thumb is to inspect them at 60,000 miles and replace them every 90,000 miles, or when replacing the alternator or any other component in the belt drive system. When it comes to vehicle maintenance, a little well-timed R&R can go a long way toward keeping your customers happy. I'm Josh Cable, thanks for watching.